Welcome to The Longest Turn. This is episode 89. We'll figure out what it's called later. My name is Tyler.
Hello, this is Kevin.
In this episode, we are just going to talk about some games that we've been playing lately.
That's right.
And we actually finally got some games played lately.
Yes, it's been a little bit of a drought.
Yeah.
At least for me. And gaming together, we haven't done much at all.
We haven't. I've been doing quite a bit of gaming with my younger son.
Yeah. Awesome.
But we haven't played together for like a month, and then we had two almost back-to-back game nights.
Yeah, and both of them were awesome.
Yeah.
They were tons of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. We got a guy from work was flying in from back east, Chris, and I'd never met him before.
Nope. He's a gamer.
He's a gamer.
Yep.
And he had listened to our podcast a couple times, so he messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm coming out there. If I fly out a day early, let's play some games if you're up for it." And I was like, "Sure, let's do it."
Yeah, happy to play games with anybody. So it was awesome. We got one of our favorites to the table.
Yes.
Clans with the Industria expansion.
Yes. I love Clans of Caledonia. It's awesome.
Yeah. Every time I play it, I'm like, I need to play this more. It's that type of game.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it. We've played it a lot.
We have.
So we've played it a ton on BGA. We played it a ton on the table.
Yes.
I still want to play it more.
Yes.
Right? I'm not getting tired of it at all.
And the Industria expansion I really like it. We still haven't even explored all of the modules that are in it.
Right.
But adding the train tracks that are, you move your train around this separate board and you have to pay costs when you go to a city.
Yep.
But then you get these huge bonuses.
And sometimes the city, just the action you do costs as well. Right. So it's expensive to go to these action spaces.
It is, but they have really powerful rewards.
Yep. Huge rewards that can kind of turn the game in your favor, or, to work with the strategy that you're going with, or make you do things that you normally couldn't do. It's super powerful stuff, and it's awesome. I love it.
So that was our second play of Clans with Industria. Yep. I think the first time we played with the train board, but I don't know that we played with like new ports and new clans, did we?
I don't think we did, because I don't remember any of the clans that we played with in the last game. And
the new clans were awesome.
Oh, they were so much fun.
They were a blast.
My guy made kilts. It was great.
Yeah, my guy was like was he a blacksmith, or anytime anybody built around my workers, I would get 3 coins.
Yep.
And awesome. Chris's, he was breeding animals.
Yep, which is so cool.
It was cool. So he finished 8 contracts or something.
Yep. He barely squeaked me out for the contract bonus. But anything that had meat in it.
Yeah. He was shedding it. He was killing his lamb.
Lamb. Yeah.
Yeah. And his cattle.
And his cattle. Yeah. It was awesome. I want to play with that faction, right?
Yeah.
And I want to play with the one that you had.
Yeah.
It's just, like we said, we've played this game a ton. So the faction, or, the clans that we had were getting a little stale. This freshens it up a ton, and just new strategies and things you can do, which is awesome.
I felt like even if the expansion just had all the new port tiles and clans and the end of round scoring shields, that it would have been an amazing expansion already. Yep. But with completely the train board, it really opens up a whole nother aspect of the game. And then there's a farmer market thing that we haven't even incorporated yet.
We haven't even played with that yet.
But it was awesome. I loved it. The new maps, I don't know. It's fun to finally have a bunch of new content for Clans, which is already a great game. Yep. But it was great meeting Chris and getting to play with him. And
it was awesome.
Hopefully he'll come out to Denver more often.
Yeah. Play more Clans or whatever else.
I think one of the reasons why we haven't been playing a ton of games is we've both been kind of occupied with watching hockey.
Yeah, I'm watching it nonstop.
Yeah.
I'm sad when there's days it's not on because it's getting later in the playoffs. Right?
Yeah. We got to the point where there's not 1 to 4 games every day, and that's a little bit of a bummer, but it's still exciting and some great series going on.
Yeah, first round is so much fun just because there's so much hockey.
Yeah.
It's like nonstop, right? Yeah. So I'm super excited about it because the Avs are doing so well, and it's just fun to watch them. Hope they keep winning. But yeah, it's put a little bit of a damper on gameplay. That's for sure.
And then my computer battery decided to die, so we haven't recorded for a while.
Right. Like it is life crap just happens.
Yeah. Apple took like at least a week longer than it should have to replace my battery.
Yeah.
The guy called me like after a week and was like, "Okay, so we diagnosed the problem. You need a new battery." And I was like, "Yeah. That's why I dropped it off." And I already told you I wanted a new battery.
Exactly.
It's like,
let's go ahead and order that for you now.
Yeah.
Why didn't you order it before?
Yeah. Thanks for wasting a week.
Right.
So that was, not ideal, but I've got it back now.
Nice.
At least get a couple more years out of it. But
recording can commence.
Yes.
Other news. Tyson will be back pretty quick here.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Next week, I think.
Next week. So by the time you're hearing this, he's probably back. So we're excited to have him back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the 3 of us back recording.
It'll be fun to play games with Tyson again.
Yeah,
and
we're complaining that we haven't played games much lately, but
I don't think he's played anything.
I don't think so. Right? Yeah. So I'm sure he's ready to get into it after he spends some time back with his family. I'm sure. But
yeah,
I'm just kidding. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
So we got a review.
We got a review?
We did.
Oh, we did after we were talking about it last time, right?
Yeah.
That's right. I did notice
Got a little bitter there for a minute.
It was grumpy Tyler there for a little bit.
A little bit. I was on my soapbox. Let's see. What did the review say? This is from Jim the Gray.
Okay.
Why can't we be friends? ? I love this cast. Every time I listen, I find myself wishing I were part of their game group. Keep up the great work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Jim the Gray. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Is that one of your brothers?
No, it's not. Do you know him?
Nope.
Hey, all right. Cool.
Maybe it's somebody on our Discord, or maybe not, but
maybe not.
Thanks for the review, dude.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
We're doing this because we love it, and we're glad other people like it too. So
yeah.
So if anybody else out there wants to give us a review, it'll definitely helps.
Yeah. We've never asked for those, really.
No, we haven't. But we absolutely we appreciate it.
We had a game night tonight.
Yep.
So one of the games that we played tonight is a recently crowdfunded game called Lairs, Lairs. This is published by KTBG. The designers are Josh Capel and Christopher Westmass. And this is basically you build out a devious dungeon and you explore the dungeon that your opponent built out. So you have these wooden components and you put up walls on this map and it's behind a shield so your opponent can't see it. It's a 2-player game and you have 4 basic cubes and then 2 cubes that have special actions tied to them. But you basically, on your turn, you spend these cubes to do actions to go explore the other person's dungeon. So you start in a certain point in the map and you're trying to find treasure, you're trying to find monsters to kill. I guess you're trying to find traps to disarm, but we didn't find anything that...
They're just kind of happening.
Yeah, they're kind of happening. Maybe there's some treasure cards that score based off of how many traps you eliminate. I had a monster one that was like that, so I assume there's one that was a trap.
I'm sure we didn't see it, but I'm sure there is.
But really, there's 2 aspects to this game. The first part where you're building out your own dungeon, which is really fun.
I love games where you build something that's your own.
Yeah.
You're kind of... You're building it for the other person though.
Yeah.
But it's like a twist on it, right?
Yeah.
Which is cool. I like that.
And then the other half of the game is you're exploring the other person's map on your turn. So you take a turn, spend all your cubes to do actions, to move around, to peek around corners, to see what walls are there.
To run really fast and be irresponsible.
Yeah. And you're just exploring this map. It's a 6x6 map. You've got a starting point, an exit, you got treasure chests. You're trying to find treasure.
Got walls everywhere.
Yeah. You move into a spot or you peer into a spot and the other person describe what they see on the map.
Yeah.
whether it's walls or monster or whatever.
To the north, you will see a wall.
Yeah.
To the south, another wall, and you have encountered a blob.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and you can make it as dramatic as possible.
Right.
But I had a blast playing this.
It was fun.
It was really both building out my lair, and then watching you explore it, and like almost going down paths that I didn't want you to or did want you to.
Yeah.
You know, it was just really exciting.
That hidden information is fun, and it's always fun to discover something. That's what this game is, right?
Yeah.
Is you're discovering things.
Yeah.
So there's walls here.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a trap. You
Yeah.
know? and there's, I mean, I think you've said there's a ton of different expansions for this.
I think so.
I think there's just
at least a few.
all kinds of variability and things to explore. You know?
Yeah. I think even with the base game, because you're building out a different layer every time and your opponent is as well, the game's always going to feel a little bit different.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But I think I am going to go ahead and buy some expansions if I can find them. I think my younger son will love this.
Right.
Once I teach him how to play. It might be a little bit hard to teach, but he's getting better and better. He's playing Azul like a madman now, and I don't know, he's picking up new games all the time. So I've got potential there to play this with him quite a bit.
Yeah. No, it's fun. I like it. Yeah. Go ahead and buy all the expansions because I want to play them.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
So funny twist.
Yeah.
I had found two of the treasures, and I had 4 treasure cards.
Right.
And I thought I had enough to win handily.
Yeah.
And so I found the exit. Kevin found my exit early on.
Yeah, and I found one treasure, so I had 2 treasure cards. You exited first, so for me, it was like a mad dash to find treasure, and I wasn't worried about exiting at all.
Yeah.
But I was falling all over myself.
Yeah.
I was
you ran
falling
into a couple of traps.
A couple of traps. I was like one space away from a treasure.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
So
good game, Tyler.
Yeah,
you know?
we thought I had won, and then come to find out, you had scored really well on your treasures.
Yep.
You'd killed 1 extra monster, and it was enough to win the game.
By 1 point.
Had I known that, I would have kept exploring instead of leaving when I found the exit.
You were one space away from the last monster
to
kill, and then if you would have killed that monster, you would have won for sure.
It was great.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one. Check this out. It's definitely worth taking a look at.
So I'm looking at the designer, Josh Capel. He designed Wasabi as well. Have you ever played that one? You're making sushi. It's fun.
I don't think I have.
It's an older game. It's one that I have. I should break it out and play. It's super easy, but you're making sushi, and from what I remember, it's kind of can be kind of mean too. All right, we also got another game played tonight. Let me look at the weight on this one. 1.73. So
that's a stretch.
Right.
That is a stretch.
Yeah. So this one is called Canvas. It is designed by Jeff Chin and Andrew Nerger. It's published by Road to Infamy Games.
Or R2I.
Or R2I. Yep. So this one is a super simple game. You are drafting cards to build to create a painting. Okay. So you have this background card, and the background card has, I think, 5 different colors on the bottom of the card. Okay. You're going to draft cards to create your painting. And these are, see-through cards that have certain symbols on the bottom that match the colors. They have art on the top, which is kind of cool. So you'll draft a card and you'll put it in front of you. You can do that. That's the first thing you can do on your turn. The second thing you can do is you can build a painting. So if you have 3 different cards of these see-through cards, you can then put them on top of each other, whatever way you want, slide them into the sleeve of your background, and then you will get points based on your painting. There's 4 different cards on the top that are scoring cards. If you meet the criteria, then you will take these ribbons and you'll do that 3 times. So you'll build 3 different paintings, and then whoever meets the criteria the most based on their paintings is going to score points, and whoever has the most points wins. That's pretty high level how the game works, but really that's how the game works because it's not very complicated.
I mean, I could see a weight of like 1.1 or 1.2.
Yeah, right.
But
It's very light, but I thought it was a lot of fun. It's a puzzly. It's one of those puzzly type games, right? And I think it's definitely a family weight type game. I haven't played it with my family yet, but I think it's something that they would really, really enjoy. Just one example of a card that will get you points. So I said that there are 5 different colors. The composition card, for example, if you're able to get all 5 colors in your painting, then you're going to get a certain amount of points. If you have 1 ribbon, you get 1 point. 2 ribbons, you get 3 points. 3 ribbons, you get 9 points. So it's very much just kind of a set collection, working towards endgame scoring type of game. So I liked it. I think I'll be playing it again.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It's a nice little palate cleanser, I think, or, little lightweight game before bed.
Yeah. It says 30 minutes. We probably knocked it out in 15, maybe 20.
I think that might be a stretch.
After the rules teach.
Yeah, with the rules teach.
Well, with the rules teach. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it was quick.
It was really quick. I liked it.
Yeah. We had a dummy player in there for 2 players, which I think adds to it. I'd never not play with that guy.
Yeah. It helped refresh what was available to draft.
Because I could see with 2 players, it would get a little stale if somebody didn't start, if those didn't get cycled through with the dummy player. So that is Canvas. If you like light puzzly games, that's a good one to check out.
All right. So I've got a follow-up lightweight game also, which is with a weight of 1.83 out of 5.
So barely heavier than a Canvas.
Yeah. So this one's Tulikko.
Okay.
Tulikko. I'm spelling all my games tonight. Nice. This is published by Studio H. Pandasaurus was nice enough to send us a copy of this.
Nice.
So we got a review copy. It's designed by Nicholas Mallet and Jerome Soleil. I don't know. It's a lightweight game. It's a tile drafting game where you place tiles on your board on different symbols, and you're trying to get rid of animal tokens and river tokens. And the first person to do that wins the game. You get to play animal tokens when you place tiles of the same color next to each other. And if they're different color, you get to place a river in between them. Right. And so you got 12 animal tokens you're trying to get rid of and 6 river tokens. And there's a few other ways to get rid of tokens. But the cool part about this game, the fun part, is the drafting. So you have this center piece in the middle of the players, and it plays up to 4 players. And how you draft, you'll have a stack of tiles. Everybody has the same stack, but their own stack. But you'll draw the top tile on your turn, and then you'll decide from which of the 4 sides to put the tile in, and whatever comes out on the opposite side is the tile that you draft.
Whoa.
And the symbol that is on that side. So if I just drew a moon symbol tile, I would then have to play that tile that I drafted on a moon symbol. Really, the cool part about the game is the drafting mechanism.
Yeah, that's super unique.
It is.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, so It's really fun. You grab a tile, push it in from one side, and you're taking the tile, which you can see what you'll get. The only tile you can't see is in the middle. It's hidden.
But if you're paying attention, you know what's in there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And then you can get rid of animal tokens for things like covering up all the moon spaces on your board, or the sun spaces, or the whirlpool, or what's left, the cloud space. Okay. So you can get tokens that way. There's also other scoring cards that they'll have like specific goals. One of them is usually 4 tiles in a square organized in a specific order. And so when you complete that, you get to get rid of some of your animal tokens. There's usually a river design. So if you match your rivers match whatever's on that card, you get to get rid of animal tokens. And then there's another one like, covering up a T of spaces on your board. So there's different ways to get rid of animal tokens. When you do things like play your 3rd red forest token or forest tile, you get there's bonus actions that you get that are one-time use, and they're just a little, and each of the 4 colors have a little ability that you get to use once. And once somebody takes the bonus ability for 3 red tiles, the next person can get the one for playing 4 red tiles, but that's it. So you're kind of racing to play all red or all purple or all green. Cool. But you're really just trying to get rid of all your tokens. I really enjoy this game. It plays in 10 to 20 minutes.
Oh, really fast. Nice.
Yeah, really fast, really quick. I have played this at game night. I've played it with my whole family, and I've played like 10 times with my little guy. Like, he loves this. He thinks it's fantastic, and we have a blast playing this all the time.
Nice. Well, you look at the drafting mechanic and like, that's kind of gimmicky, but it seems like it works really well, right? It works
really well.
Yeah.
One of the abilities that you can earn lets you put in a tile twice. So you like push the tile out, and then you take that one and you can push it back the other way and get the tile that you played in.
Oh, nice.
And so
there's some strategy there.
Yeah. So usually I beat my younger son. He destroyed me at one game.
Oh, nice.
And it was like everything I was going for, I could just not. It just didn't work out.
Right.
The extra patterns and stuff that I was trying to get rid of my tokens, but man, it's really fun. I'm so glad I have a copy of this. Nice. Or that we got a review copy from Pandasaurus, but it was a lot of fun. So that is Tulikko.
Nice. Looking forward to checking it out for sure. All right. So the next game I'm going to talk about is Ascension Legends. So this is a Kickstarter I got. I think I mentioned this in a prior episode. The box that it came in was just completely destroyed.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like a box that was taped together. It looks like it was made out of 3 other boxes. But somehow the game inside was undamaged. Well, there was a little bit of damage to the box, but it wasn't enough to really worry about. So Ascension, I played this game on the app for years. It's one of the kind of first apps that came out. And it's just really popular, and it's been really fun to play. So when the new Kickstarter came around, I'm like, I'm going to jump in and buy the physical version. So Legends. So how does Ascension work? So Ascension it's a deck builder. So kind of think of Dominion. It was one of the first deck builders that came out. What makes it different from Dominion is there's this center row, and the center row, you buy cards and then those cards get refreshed. So there's, I think, 6 cards in the center row that you can buy. When you buy a card, a new card gets flipped over, and then there's always 6 cards available to purchase. So that is different from Dominion, and it's always changing. It's a very tactical game where you kind of have to adapt to what's available because not everything is always available. There could be a bunch of monsters there. There could be a bunch of enlightened cards that you don't want or something like that. So you have to kind of adapt to the strategy. So like most deck builders, you have a starting hand of crap cards that you don't like, that you don't want, that you want to get rid of. You buy better cards as the game goes on. There are runes. Runes is the currency in the game. That's what you use to buy other cards in the center row. There's power cards. Power cards are used to defeat monsters. There is honor. So the way the game works is there's a certain pool of honor. And as you defeat monsters, you get that honor. When the honor pool is gone, that's when the game ends. That triggers the end of the game. And so there's a few different things in Legends. There is what's called Renown. So you have a separate board where each of the different card types have a column that you're going to move up. So you have a track that you're going to move up, and there's legends on each of these tracks. And as you progress up the track, you get what's called boons. And boons are certain things that the legends will give you. So for example, we have Ula. Ula, it says, once this turn, gain 1 renown in another faction. So as you buy cards in Ula's faction, you're going to move up this track. And as you get to the boons, you're going to get the boon and move up another track. Each legend has a different boon and different things that they do, and there's multiple of each faction type, legends of each faction type. So that adds a little bit of variability. So that's fun, right? There's different cards that say when you get to a certain height on this faction track, then it unlocks more powerful abilities for that card. So you can specialize in the Void faction, for example. And as you get more Void cards, you're going to get more and more powerful as the game goes on. When you get to the very top of the track, then you get super powerful. You can buy any card in the center row of that faction, which is really cool. I like it. I think it's fun. I've always liked Ascension. This adds a little bit more to it, a little bit more strategy. And I had a great time. I was terrible when I played it, right?
Who'd you play with?
So I played with Greg, Ben, and Eric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at a game night over at Ben's. So Greg just destroyed us, which he does a lot.
That happens often.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I just didn't have a very good strategy, but I had just a blast playing it. It's just a ton of fun. Have you played Ascension?
I have not, and I haven't. I may have downloaded the app at one point, but I don't think I ever played it.
Yeah, you should play it. I mean, I don't know if you're going to like it or not. I have no idea, because it's like base Ascension is pretty simplistic. But as you add more expansions, it gets a little bit more, adds more depth to it for sure. And it's so easy to add, like, you have these center decks, right? So if you add an expansion to it, you just shuffle it in and you're ready to go, right?
Okay.
So it's that type of thing. It's like a 51st state type of thing.
Okay.
Right? Which I think is
not
awesome.
Grabbing stacks of cards out of slots like Dominion. Or
yes, exactly.
So straight up, Dominion versus Ascension.
Right.
Which one would you pick?
I'm kind of on an Ascension kick now, but I think Dominion's a better game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
How many Ascension's expansions would it take to rise above base Dominion?
Well, there's there's like rise above base Dominion.
Yeah. 1?
Well,
2? 3?
I don't know.
Maybe that question's not.
That's a weird
phrased
question
properly, but
so I think like the Dreamscape expansion for Ascension is awesome. I love that. That would be above base Dominion for sure. I think you add any expansion to Ascension, it's probably above base Dominion, because I played that I played that so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's good. It's just different.
And there's
than Dominion, right? But,
yeah.
I like it a lot.
And there's some exciting news there.
Oh yeah. So they just announced Lord of the Rings Ascension. I don't know. It's going to be a Kickstarter, I think, or a crowdfund, GameFound, or something like that. I don't know when it's supposed to launch, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to back that. That sounds awesome.
Nice. And I don't think they've released too many details about it
I
yet.
don't think so. I haven't seen anything, but
it feels a little bit like everything's getting a Lord of the
Rings treatment.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad about.
No.
Right? As long as they're good games.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did see there's a Final Fantasy 7 game coming out, and it looks really stupid.
It looks bad.
It had this cardboard tower, and I don't know, it just looks pretty bad. It's like, really? You have this huge
cash grab.
You have this huge world that you could do so many cool things with, and it just looked really dumb to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not to
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It just
if you're gonna make a game off of that IP, make it good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it could
not to crash someone's party.
Yeah, that's probably a better way to say it.
Yeah.
I will say there are a few things about the production of Ascension Legends that just drive me nuts. So they have. I talked about those tracks.
Yeah.
They got these cool little pyramid things that you use for the tracks. So I'm going to show you. Okay, this is white. Look at that. All right.
Okay.
And this is a different color.
What?
Yeah.
It's like stone marble, there's faded gray, light gray.
Yeah. So almost identical, right?
If you have bad lighting, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. At first I couldn't, other than one had green and one had blue on it. But is that the player color?
Yeah, that's your player color, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And there are symbols on them. I get that, and then that's a different color.
What? These two are different?
Yes, those two are different.
Wow, that is brutal. It's
That's
like a
so
dark gray and
stupid,
a
right?
semi-medium gray.
Yeah. So the two light colors are almost identical. The two dark colors are almost identical. They do have different symbols on them, but the symbols are, there's a green.
Not on every side.
They're not on every side. There's a green and a blue, which are fairly similar colors. There's another green and a brown, which are very hard to see. And the symbols.
And we're not even colorblind.
No, we're not. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you make that choice? I think that's just the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
And then I got the deluxe version, which every card is foil.
Uh-huh.
And in Ascension, it's important to know the color of the cards. So like there's green, there's blue, there's purple. Just because, you're building synergies based on the factions, right?
Yeah.
Every foil card looks the same if you're looking at it in a different angle, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know if that's an enlightened card. I don't know if that's a lifebound card. I'm like, I can see if I look close at it, I can read the text and stuff. But I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be so cool to have the whole foil set of Ascension Legends. I'm like, this is stupid. Like I would rather have just the base. And I enjoy the art in it. I think it's really cool. It's gotten better over time. But it's like, okay, that's really dumb.
Huh.
That they did that.
Maybe some production issues that weren't your favorite choices.
Yeah. And then one more thing. Okay. So there's these legend cards. I told you about the legend cards. So they give you little bases for these things to slot into and stand up, right? Only one side tells you what that legend does. So Ula, for example, once this turn, gain 1 renown in another faction, like I said before.
Unless you're looking at the other side.
Yeah. So if everybody plays on one side of the table, you're great, right?
Yeah.
But like, who does that? You have a 4-player game and everybody sits on the same side. It's it makes no sense. Yeah. So everybody, there's 2 people that could see actually what the card does. And then I was just looking at the back side of the card the whole time. So luckily in the version I got, there's these cool 3D cards. And then there's the basic cards that come normally. So I just took the extra set and put those in front of me so I could read what the cards actually do.
Nice.
It's like, it's just
But you shouldn't
weird,
have to do that.
No, it's like weird, dumb design decisions, I think, in the game. Doesn't take away from the gameplay. It's still an awesome game. I love it. But it's like, what are you thinking? Yeah. I don't understand. So anyway, small little nitpicks about the production.
But it sounds like you overall really enjoy this as a deck builder, and
yep,
you're looking forward to Lord of the Rings, but avoid the foil version of that if there is one.
Completely agree. Yes. Okay. Avoid the foil version at all costs. Don't do it. Don't do it. So that's Ascension Legends. Go check it out if you like classic deck builders.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. All right. A game that I have played a few times now, once in a group of 8 and a couple times in a group of 3 is Excalibur. This is was crowdfunded. It's designed by Manny Tremblay, published by Roxley.
So it's not overproduced at all.
Not at all. The exact right amount.
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
So I have the nice deluxe version of it. It is awesome. On the outside of the box is a slot for Excalibur itself, which is a metal sword that also has magnets on the back of it, so it snaps to the front of the box, and then there's a layer that covers it that's open,
also snaps into place.
Which also snaps into place and holds the sword there. And then there's 2 more swords inside.
And everything looks like it's gilded gold and shiny.
Yes.
And
yeah. And this game they went all out. And I'll talk about the gameplay in a second. But we've got Galatine,
okay,
and Arondite.
Two more swords.
2 more cool swords.
Yeah.
And you need 3 swords because you're dividing the play area up into 3 spaces. So you put these swords out in the middle of the table. Like so, and so that you create a 3-sector pie, okay?
Okay,
and then you take all these cool chips, there's 60 of them, I don't know, and you put them face down in equal amounts in the 3 areas that you've created with these swords, okay?
Okay,
You start out with 4 of these tokens, and the goal of the game, essentially, is you're trying to end up with Excalibur, the sword, on one of the tokens that you've just that is in play. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And you're trying not to end up with the cursed sword. So you start out with 4 tokens, and each one of them has an ability. I'll just grab some random ones. Percival, turn over 4 in Avalon. Avalon is the area where your swords are and all the tokens. Take 1 and turn 3 back. Peasant, draw 1 or steal 1, then return 1. So you're either drawn from the center or stealing a token from the other player, right? Okay. Draw 2, the Baroness, then trash 1 non-sword chip. And so, and there's some more powerful ones for sure, but you're basically, you take chips and it's hidden information. You're trying to end up with Excalibur. So over the course of the game, at times you know where Excalibur is and who has it. At times you don't, because chips are constantly getting exchanged and taken. But the game ends, depending on the player count, when 1 or 2 of the areas in Avalon are empty of chips. So you're trying to time the end of the game with you having Excalibur. And if there's enough players, there's a couple other win conditions. Like if you have the Squire sword and you're to the left, I believe, of the player who ends up with Excalibur, then you also win. If you have Excalibur and the cursed sword, then I think nobody wins, or you don't win and everybody else wins. I can't remember which it is, but it's just a really fun game where you're bluffing and stealing chips from other players and blocking chips and trying to do whatever you can to end up with Excalibur.
So very much a party game, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Weight 1.08.
Oh, we're talking about some heavy ones here.
Yeah. 15, 25 minutes. Like I said, I've played this 3-player, really enjoyed it. It is definitely more fun with 8 players or 7 players. You know, it's a little more chaotic. And I didn't really say this, but everybody chooses which chip they're going to play, and then you all reveal at the same time, and you'll go in turn order unless some of the abilities that are revealed are play now ones that will slightly change what goes on. So
interesting.
It's really fun. I really like it. I love that I have the cool deluxe version. I love Roxley's.
No regrets getting that.
Right? No regrets. I don't remember what the cost was. I didn't feel like it was a ton. It's a small box game, easily expandable if they decide to do it, because you can always add in more chips of different types. But
yeah, I think I've said this before. I like blinging out games. I like games with really good production value.
Yeah.
Right. I would rather pay a little bit more to have that because it increases your enjoyment.
It does.
Right? And the table presence, I'm sure when you get this out, people are like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know?
No,
it's like Hot Streak when you pull out the board, people are like, whoa,
yeah,
that's cool. You know, it's that kind of thing. Yeah. I think it's awesome. I
am really happy I got this game. I love the production. I love what Roxley does. You know, their games are amazing.
Yeah.
And the production, the level of quality that they put into their games is just ridiculous. And you know, this is a fun game to get out at the start of game night while you're waiting for people to show up. You could even deal in somebody pretty easily if they showed up right after you've started. And I don't know. It's great. So I've had a blast with that. It is Excalibur.
Nice. I'm excited to get it played. All right. This is the last one I'm going to talk about. Played this one also at the game night when I went to Ben's, when we played Ascension Legends, and that is Verdant, and it is published by AEG and Flat Out Games. I'm looking up hold on. So it's designed by Molly Johnson. Wow, there's a lot of designers. Robert Melville, Aaron Messborn, Kevin Russ, and Sean Stankwich. With art.
There are a lot of designers on that.
Right? There's a ton of designers. There's a whole crew.
I wonder how many of them aren't AI.
I'm just kidding. But art is done by Beth Sobel. So
okay.
She's done all kinds of different games. So the way this game works is you are you're cultivating, you're growing plants in your house, okay? And you're going to be building a 5x3 grid of rooms and then plants that are adjacent to those rooms. So when you're placing either a room or a plant, the rule is you can't place two rooms adjacent to each other. You have to put a plant adjacent to a room or a room adjacent to a plant, okay? And you're drafting these rooms in these plant cards. So think about, it's not Calico. What's the other Beth Sobel one that,
does it also have cats?
no, it doesn't have cats. It's the one that's super popular. And, I'm just drawing
Wingspan?
No.
I mean, that's pretty popular.
Cascadia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So think Cascadia, where
Wingspan's pretty popular.
Wingspan is pretty popular. But think of Cascadia. When you're drafting from Cascadia, there's a token that you're drafting along with, a tile. You're doing the same thing here. So there's plants on the top. There is something like furniture in the middle, and then there's a room on the bottom. So you can either do a combination of a room and a tile or a plant and a tile. So you have those decisions to make. And then once you draft that room or that plant, you're going to put it into your house where you're putting everything. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get Verdant, or you're trying to grow your plants. There's a certain value on the plant that you need a certain number of tokens on that to put it into a pot. And the way that you get these tokens is each room has sun requirements on it, depending on where you build the plant. So it could be partial sun, it could be full sun, it could be no sun at all. And if you match up that symbol with your plant, then you're going to get this Verdant. There's other tiles like fertilizer, like a trowel that you can draft that will automatically put these tokens onto the plants that will help you pot them more easily. Each room has requirements that say it wants this type of plant adjacent to it. You'll get points based on adjacency in these rooms. So you're constantly trying to think of that. There's end game scoring cards where you're trying to balance the end game scoring with the plants that you're putting out. The furniture, if you match the color of the furniture to the room, you're going to get more points. If you have a big variety of plants, you're going to get more points. So it's one of those puzzly games where you have all these end game objectives and you're trying to balance everything in your head and make things work. There are so many of these types of games out there.
There
right?
are.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
I was just thinking that.
They've exploded lately.
Yeah.
That's how Cascadia is. You're trying to balance all of these, conditions with the scoring cards. Right?
I mean, that's essentially how Canvas was, right?
Yes, exactly. To me, this type of game is overdone, right? And Verdant was fun, but ultimately it was kind of forgettable for me. Yeah. It's just lost in the sea of puzzly games, right? Yeah. There was nothing in there that was new, exciting, that really grabbed me. I had a good time playing it, but it's not one that I would seek out to buy or even would recommend playing. I think there's just a ton of other puzzly type games that I would rather get to the table. Not saying it's a bad game, but it's just, like I said, it's lost in a sea of other games that, the theme
do essentially the same thing or very close to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Now, if you like the theme, and I think that's probably why Ben got it, right? Because the theme's cool, right?
Yeah, he's got a whole shelf that it's all like plants and nature stuff. And,
exactly.
And pretty nature covers and I don't know.
Yeah. So for him, great, and I'm sure he gets a lot of enjoyment out of the theme, which is fantastic. So if you like that type of thing, if you like puzzly games, if you like the theme, then maybe this is for you, right?
Yeah.
But for me, it just didn't really grab me.
This is totally for Ben.
Yeah.
He, when we walked back from what's the German place at Origins?
Yeah.
He, we walked back and it was like a couple miles, I think.
Yeah.
And, every plant that we passed, he was telling us, okay, this does well in this region.
Yeah, exactly.
That's this plant, right. And its cousin is this plant. And he loves that type of horticulture.
Yes. Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
So I'm sure that this is right up his alley, right? Theme wise.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. Like it does feel like that space of puzzly games. I mean, even Tulikko kind of falls into this a little bit.
Right.
It's a little bit different, but you're still drafting a tile.
Right.
You're placing it on a board, and
you have all these competing end game conditions.
Yeah.
Which is fun, right? It's
Yeah.
like, do I go for this or do I go for this? But,
And really, I think the trick there is either being one of the original ones that's really good,
right.
or doing something that's uniquely,
Unique, yes.
Moon Colony Bloodbath. It's a tableau builder, but you're building
it's a tableau destructor as well.
It's a tableau destructor, and you're building everybody's building into the same deck.
Yes, it's
right?
a shared deck builder.
It's shared deck builder, which
Never seen that before.
wow, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Even Tulikko, I love the drafting of the tiles, not just staring at 4 tiles and picking one. It's,
Right.
hey, I got to place a tile in this direction to get that one, and then hopefully I can get this one later, but I have to play it, where I drafted it from in that symbol type. So
Yeah, the more you play games, the more you see similarities between games and stuff that breaks the mold and does different things. I appreciate more.
yeah.
Right.
And it
Yeah.
helps it stand out when you have hundreds of games in
Yep.
your collection, right?
Yep, exactly.
And otherwise, you might play it a few times and then you just kind of forget about it forever.
Yeah. Yeah. So it seems like I'm being harsh on the game. It's a fun game, right?
Yeah.
Pick it up if the theme, grabs you. But just know that there's a lot of other games out there that are like it. So, So that's Verdant.
Verdant. Okay.
Verdant, yeah.
I'm going to talk about one more game.
Yeah.
Lightning Train. Man,
You were so excited
I
about
was
this
so
one?
excited about this
Yeah.
game because it's from Paul Denon, who has designed at least a couple of really amazing games. One of my favorites, Dune Imperium.
Yep.
Direwolf published, and it's a train chip builder, bag builder game, right?
Right. So you think about that. Those two things you don't think of together. Right?
No, but
right?
I love the idea of the combo.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, it's weighted 3 out of 5. Honestly, I played this game two-handed and I wasn't blown away by it. I just played a game to learn it.
Right.
And then I played a game with Logan and I still wasn't blown away by it. And then I played a game with you. Was it you and who else?
Who was there? Was Mark was there, I think?
Mark was there.
Yep.
Eric played with us. It
Eric.
was Eric and Mark.
Yep, that's right.
And you and I.
Yep.
And so it's a map of the U.S. There's places where you can, there's towns where you can deliver certain types of goods that are out on the map. You're building out your chaining of railways between cities. And you're buying new train cars to put in your bag. You have this train station board where you draw trains out of your bag, and then on your turn you decide where to play them, right? And sometimes it's really rewarding and really fun, and sometimes it's just brutally you have terrible draws and you can't really do a lot, so you're kind of saving some of your trains for later. There's a unique I do like the market system, how you draw these tokens to replace in the market when somebody buys a train token.
Right. And they drop down
They
potentially.
can become super cheap that are really cool ones. And there's a bunch of different symbols, and I'm not going to go into it, but they all do kind of different things. Some of them give you more trains to play. Some of them have the lightning train symbol, which basically lets you add more trains from your supply into your warehouse that eventually goes back into your bag. So it's like your discard, and then it goes back in the bag. And so, you're adding those lightning trains. You add trains from your supply to your play area that turn. When you buy stuff from the market, it goes into your discard and then eventually back into your bag. I like this game, but it's not my favorite. I was never blown away by it.
Yeah.
I like the parts that I do like about it are trying to figure out where to build. You have to have region tokens that you've drawn out of your bag, and they're all shaped the same as the train, so you can't tell when you're pulling them out. But you have to have a region token to build into a region or to build a station there.
Unless you use your trains, I forget what the area is called, but it will allow you to break that rule. But there's the cost for it, right?
Yeah. I wanted to love this game, and it just didn't blow me away. I was kind of disappointed. It's a game that I feel like there is still a ton of strategy to explore. Mm-hmm. And if it were on something like BGA, I would play it a ton.
Yeah.
Or at least explore it a ton.
Yeah.
I don't think Direwolf ever really publishes their games because they do so many digital games on their own.
Yeah.
I don't think they really put them on BGA. So I don't know that this is really going to get played much.
Yeah. So I knew you were going to talk about this game. And as I was thinking about it, I'm like, I don't remember how this game even plays. It's another forgettable game for me for whatever reason. It just didn't grab me. Yeah. So there's an interesting end game trigger though, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I feel about as well. Like, so I did really well in the game, right? I was probably 20, 30 points ahead of everybody.
You had built out the main east to west line.
Right.
And so people were using that to deliver goods, which gives you points.
Yep.
As long as, anybody who has railways or rail cars along the route gets points when a good gets delivered.
Right.
Using that route.
Which I did a really good job about kind of maximizing that, and everybody was using my routes, right?
Yeah.
But the end game trigger is if you connect San Francisco, or it's not just you, if it's connected
from San Francisco to New York.
Then,
and depending on the number of players, either Houston and Seattle or Houston or Seattle.
Yep. And you get points. It's the shortest route between San Francisco and New York. Whoever is claimed those routes, 2 points for each section.
Each little
car that you have placed
in those sections,
which is huge.
It is huge.
That could be a ton of points. And I was pretty far behind everybody at that point. But I saw a way to trigger the end of the game by taking 2 actions in a row. And I said, okay, I could cut off everybody else and just use my trains, right?
Yeah.
So it was almost exclusively my trains in the middle that scored that, right? And I jumped up a ton.
You did.
Because of that, right?
You also get a final delivery, and people were delivering goods at the end anyway, which you can't do a ton of.
Yeah.
You have to have a specific symbol, and then you get a final delivery after the end game.
Yeah.
And those all benefited you heavily too.
Right.
That was another thing. Before I get to that though, that end game concept was very similar to me to Imperial Steam.
Absolutely.
Where if you get to Trieste, you get tons of extra points. Anybody who doesn't get there doesn't get points or takes negative points. Yep. And then if you get to Trieste, everybody's contracts score more points, but if you don't, then none of the contracts score more points. Yep. And so it's a huge total flip of potential scores based on what happens. And it's kind of similar in this game because if you don't you don't trigger the end game, it ends after 12 rounds. Maybe. I think we triggered it in like the 10th round or something.
Right. And maybe I was just having PTSD from that experience.
Whatever. Get out of here. This game, I would play Imperial Steam 100 times before I played this game again.
I think Imperial Steam's a better game for sure.
Yeah. So I like it, but it didn't ever blow me away. The one thing I also kind of didn't like at the end, there's a ton of AP going on where you're trying to figure out your last couple deliveries, what good to do and which way to go, or how can I build on my last turn so that I can do a final delivery for the most points.
Right.
It gets a little too, I don't know, AP, too much thinking, trying to min-max those last few points for me.
And the game can kind of suffer from a bad draw in the last round.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like any bag builder. You can have that.
Yeah.
Some of them are worse than others, right?
Yeah.
But it's like Quacks. You can have a bad round in the final round, and it just kind of hoses your whole game.
Yeah.
The difference between that one is that I think it's a shorter game. Quacks is.
Yeah.
It's a little bit lighter. Anytime you have a heavy heavy game there's a potential for that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love that.
The teach took longer than it should.
Right.
But the game says an hour to 2 hours. We probably were closer to the 2 hours after the teach, I think.
Right.
And we were playing at 4 players, so that's not too bad. But
no, it's not too bad.
But I agree. Like you have that potential. I think you have this area in your train station where you can pay for it and you open up more slots.
Right.
But it's only more slots if you draw tokens that have the lightning symbol on it. Mm-hmm. And you just kind of get hosed if
you don't
the
draw
last
any
2
of those.
rounds you don't draw any of those.
So
that happened to me, and I couldn't do anything on my last turn.
Right. And that's a little frustrating. And there was no mitigation for that, right? That you could have done. It's just you just drew poorly.
And you have poor rounds throughout the game,
sure,
but it stinks when it's on the last round of the game.
Yeah.
So I wanted to love this game. I would potentially part with this from my collection because I just don't really see it get back to the table. I do wish there was a digital version of it.
Right.
And maybe Direwolf has published one, but it was, like you said, kind of forgettable. So
yeah. Dang, we're talking about some forgettable games this episode.
Are we?
Verdant. Lightning Train.
For us.
Yeah, for us. But, it's just because maybe we're down on it a little bit doesn't mean it's not for somebody else.
I'm sure there's people that love this. I mean, it on BGG, it's a 7.3 out of 10. So that's still a pretty good score.
That's a good score. Yeah.
There's
a lot of people who like it out there.
Yes. And like I said, I think there's way more strategy to explore.
Yeah.
But I want to do that on BGA.
Yeah.
Not for 2 hours having another bad play and being stuck in kind of the middle of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just
and to be fair, I've played it one time. Right. So, yeah.
And
take that for what it's worth.
You won very
convincingly.
Very convincingly. And you're still not like, wow, that was amazing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true.
So there's that.
That's true.
I don't know. I really wanted to love this because I was like, train building or trains.
You love
a train game and essentially a deck builder.
Right.
Like that could be awesome.
2 mechanics that I love, right? Yeah. Plus you love the art on the front, right?
Did I say that at one point?
I think you did.
I don't know if I did that now.
Yeah.
Maybe I did.
We have it recorded somewhere.
I don't like it anymore. No, it's fine. It's just, the
production is just a little bit,
I feel like Direwolf, goes a little weak on some of the production in general.
It's funny. Yeah, compare this to Excalibur.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's 2 ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But not every game needs to be like Excalibur, right? But
even like I would say Dune Imperium,
it's just okay.
It's okay. It's not something that I would complain about, but it's also not something I'd be like, wow, this production's amazing.
Right.
There's a couple
not
cool
the highlight of the game.
Couple cool things, but the cards are it's not the greatest quality. So wow, just kind of destroyed that game. The whole lightning thing too, like I didn't really, that thematically was like that. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
What is the theme?
I don't know. You get, when you draw a token that has a lightning symbol on it, you get to add a lightning train, which is really just another train car token to your deck.
There's got to be some theme to it, right?
All aboard the lightning train.
Steer your railway company through a land of strategic opportunity in Lightning Train, a new bag-building train game from the creators of Clank and Dune Imperium. Build your bag to improve the company's resources and play blah, blah, blah.
Bag-building train strategy. Now, maybe it's great, but am I ever going to find out? I don't think so.
Yeah, agreed.
It's not a game that I played and two-handed learning the game and like, this game's going to be awesome.
So
I never felt that.
Sometimes you just read the rules and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to play this.
Yes.
Or you just set it up and it's like, you just know it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably didn't get that feeling for this one at all, right?
I thought it had potential, but no, once I started playing, it was like, I don't know about this game.
All right. Well, there you go. Yeah. Glowing endorsement from the longest turn.
Yes. Hey, we can't be all, if we were super roses and positive about everything, then our opinion's worth nothing.
That's right. That's right. This game sucks.
Yeah. Have you ever given an opinion about a game that you regretted?
Praga, maybe.
That one
That's
for
the
sure.
first one that comes to mind is Praga. Because we've talked about it before. We were a little harsh on that, and that game's fantastic. I love Praga.
One that I felt bad about a little bit.
Yeah.
Gift of Tulips. I love the Netherlands. I lived there for a couple of years. Like have this, affinity for anything Dutch, right?
And you were harsh on that game.
No, I said that I liked it.
Oh, you said you liked it.
I said I really liked it, and it's kind of weak. I probably inflated my opinion a little bit about it because of my love for Nederland. So
but that's okay. You like the theme. The theme elevated it a little bit more for you.
Yeah, but I feel like
the gameplay wasn't there, huh?
Yeah, I feel like I was a little over excited about it then. But the other big one is Praga.
Praga, we were too harsh on.
And
it's a fantastic game.
And a misguided harshness.
Yeah.
I feel like for the most part, other than that, I've been pretty. I mean, for the most part, say exactly how I feel.
Yeah, right.
And haven't really regretted any of it.
Nothing comes to mind for me. I think I'm pretty spot on with most of my stuff.
It was good to have a couple of game nights. We've finally I feel like I've been playing a lot of games, but it's been a lot of Azul and Tulikko and
just lighter weight.
Flip 7.
That's why Clans was so much fun. I just loved that.
Yeah.
Because playing that game, that's the type of game where, like, no matter what's going on in your life, like if you have stresses at work, if you have stresses, just doing whatever, everything else goes away. Because it was just so focused on that game and just the shared experience around the table.
Yeah. And
it's just so much fun, right?
It's one of those games where it's very easy to celebrate other things that other people are doing too.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, that was really cool. I didn't see that.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Or whatever.
Your cows made babies. That's great. Yeah. It's just,
They're like, oh, Tyler's going for that.
I saw it exactly. Like, it's so fun. We've played the game so many times that you just see stuff that happens, and I'm like, okay, I know what you're doing.
Yeah,
and you knew that I knew that what you were doing.
Yeah,
and
I was like, oh, I can beat him to. I don't. Was it a?
It was getting all of your workers out.
Oh, that's right.
And you get the milestone.
Yeah,
and if you get the milestone first, you get more points. So
that was part of the train expansion.
Yeah,
part of the Industria.
Right.
But that was a fun moment. It's just such a good game, and I love how quick the turns are.
Yeah, it's super snappy. I like that a lot. So I'm excited. Next month, heading to the lake for my annual trip. I'll have a whole week to play games.
Awesome.
So I'll catch up on a few games there. So got to figure out what to bring. But that'll be fun. So Origins will be super fun.
Yeah,
for you, right?
I'm excited to go. Yeah, Logan is going away for a couple of years out of the country.
Yeah.
Gonna go live in Brazil for a couple of years. So he's doing a trip with his mother.
Yeah.
And then he and I are going to Origins.
Nice.
And we're still married. It's not like we're still married. It's just
not like you're co-parenting. It's like, yeah.
We have a little guy. And so it makes it a little hard to do the kind of trips that we want to do. And so we also thought it would be fun to do one-on-one time before he moves out of the country for a couple of years. So
yeah. So last year, I probably talked about this. We did one-on-one trips with all of our kids. So we did Disneyland trips and took each kid separately.
That's awesome.
And then did a few trips just with the family as well. So it's just it's a cool experience just to do a separate trip with one of your kids.
Yeah.
So that's going to be awesome for it.
I'm a little disappointed we didn't do that in other years. We've always kind of very rarely, Shelly and I will do a trip together without the kids.
Yep.
And but I kind of wish we would have kind of done that all along. So maybe we'll do that a little more with our little guy. But yeah, we're both excited for our trip. So
yeah, that's awesome. That'll be fun. That'll be so much fun. And Logan's excited too. I talked to him about it a few days ago, and he's like, "Yeah, it's going to be great."
Yeah.
So, like, how can it not be fun, right? You're going to like a convention for 3 days, just to do nothing but
play games, talk about games,
find new games and stuff. Yeah, it's awesome.
The crowds at Origins I like more. Like it's a little smaller, less crowded. But man, the new releases and the excitement of
loved that at
Gen Con.
Yeah,
that I kind of wish that Origins had a little bit more going on for it.
Yeah, not as many new releases. Yeah, at Origins, Gen Con's my favorite. After going to both, that energy, just the mass of people that are getting ready to enter the vendor hall. It's like, this is insane. You know? And when we went, it was when Lorcana was, coming out, and it was just a little bit extra, I think, that year because of that.
You didn't ever wait in line for that, did you?
No, and I wish I would have.
Really?
Yeah.
Just to get some of the promos, or? Yeah,
to get some of the promos, because those were pretty valuable. Just would be cool to have,
Yeah.
But I was still on the fence. I didn't know, am I doing Lorcana? Am I doing, Star Wars? I didn't know what I was going to do at that point. And then eventually went all in Lorcana.
I feel like there's a new trading card game, collectible card game coming out like every 2 months now, it feels like.
Yeah, and they usually fizzle after a few years. I mean, is Star Wars still going strong?
I think it's still...
You're not collecting it, right?
So I've got unopened boxes. Mm-hmm. I haven't played it as much, and Logan is who I normally play with. So I was thinking about that. I was wondering if you would actually get into it. Not actually, you don't have to buy anything, but just playing with...
I would totally play.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love that, because...
Be awesome.
Right now, I mean, once Logan leaves, then... Yeah. I mean, he's essentially the only person I've ever played with.
I built a Lorcana deck, another one, on Sunday, and I took a picture of it and sent it to my daughter and said, "Okay, got to build your deck."
Oh, so nice.
She's gonna build one, and we'll start playing.
Cool.
Again, we've taken a little bit of a break, but she's still around, and I love, and she loves it. So yeah, we're still playing.
I haven't been buying I didn't buy the most recent set that came out. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of like, I saw a ton of stuff on sale at the end of the year last year.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just going to, I think, wait till the end of the year. And then if I want stuff, then I'll buy what I can. But
that's not a great sign when it starts, going on sale. So
yeah.
I'm wondering, like 99% of the trading card games that come out don't last, right?
Yeah.
So it'll...
Did you see there was a Cyberpunk one?
Yes. And it made a ton of money. It made, I think it was one of the highest grossing, was it Kickstarters? I looked at it and I was kind of interested in it, but I'm not a cyberpunk guy, but there were some of the pledge levels that were so expensive.
Almost 51,000 backers pledged over 28 million.
That's insane.
And you know that they're going to get way more once they do the pledge manager.
Right.
Usually people will buy more than what they initially backed for. But yeah, one of the levels was 1,000.
And a lot of people pledged for that, right?
3,000.
Oh my gosh.
One of the levels was 2,800 and 742 people backed it. There's an $8,000 tier and 100 people backed it. Maybe they capped that.
That's insane.
Yeah, there's a bunch of 8,000 tiers that 100 people backed.
So people are banking on the collectability of it.
They must, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're thinking it's an investment.
That's a big, I don't know.
That's a big if, right?
Yeah.
Like, is the game fun? Yes or no? Who knows?
I would hope that it is.
Right, exactly.
to bring in 28 million based off of an IP, and there's not a lot of, I remember looking at the designers and I could be wrong, but I don't remember there being a pedigree of strong designs there. So
I don't know. It's crazy. I passed. But
Do you feel like there's not a lot of exciting games coming out this year?
yeah, I don't. None that are on my radar. I'm sure there's some good games, but there's nothing out that I'm really super excited about.
Like, I feel like there's some good crowdfunding projects
Yeah, like
that are coming, but like as
yeah.
far as non-crowdfunding projects, there's a couple of expansions and a couple of second editions of stuff that I'm kind of interested in, but for the most part, I'm like,
Yeah, like Captain's Chair. I'm excited for new stuff for that.
yeah.
Concordia, that'll be the next Kickstarter or GameFound.
You're still getting it?
That I back. Yeah, I think I'll still get that.
I think I'm going to pass.
Yeah.
And mostly because you're getting it.
Yeah, because that one looks fun. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about like to get games played that I already own. I brought up Teo with you a few days ago. I want to play that.
Yeah.
I got some, there's a new Kickstarter. It was actually fixing some of the stuff from the first Kickstarter, but I got some new content and some player mats and a few more things for it. So, and I got the folded space insert.
Okay.
I glued all that together. That was miserable.
Yeah.
Have you ever got those?
I got a few of them.
Yeah.
I actually have one for clans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was happy to get rid of it when I moved to the bigger box.
Right. Yeah.
Orleans has it in a couple of my other games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated putting those together. And
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean, they're pretty
Shelley
nice, right?
helped me too, but
Yeah.
like they're nice, but
But I don't want to glue crap.
no, I don't want to.
It's not arts and crafts time. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Right.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever buy any of those. At this point, I would just 3D print whatever insert I could find.
Yeah, you've got
for something.
You've got the 3D printer, but I got all that put together, so I'm excited to play Teo. There's all kind of there's expansions I barely even played. You went through a Teo kick for a while, I think, and played quite a bit.
Yeah.
Of all the expansion stuff, right?
Yeah, I would love to get back to them.
Yeah.
Because there's some awesome modules in there for sure.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. So I'm excited to play existing games.
I'm excited. I got Horloge. Beautiful art.
Devere. I like Devere.
I like Devere if the rules are good.
If the rules are good. That's right.
That's one that I'm really excited to play. And it's heavy. So I haven't gotten through I've started the rules a couple times and then fell asleep. But I want to play that. I got the Nippon.
Yep.
I want to play that one because
that looks fun.
Got a really nice copy of that.
Yep.
There's a few other games that I still haven't gotten to the table that I'm really excited about. So, yeah, but nothing really new is grabbing me yet.
Yeah. What's your favorite Devere game? Do you have a favorite? I always Three Ring Circus. I love that one. That was so much fun. That one always brings me back to Gen Con too, because that was one that I went straight to Devere.
I love the production of it, like
the big tops, and
the big tops and stuff.
Yeah. That's cool.
I felt like we got to the point where it didn't feel like it had a ton of replayability.
That could be the case. Yeah, that could be the case. Although there were some variants in there that I don't think we played around with. But I always see that on my shelf. I'm like, man, I want to play that.
Yeah, I would get that back.
You'd get that? You'd get that back out? Yeah.
I like Red Cathedral. That's a little.
Ooh, Red Cathedral's fun.
I like Red Cathedral.
Yeah.
I feel like it gets lost in the shuffle a little bit with everything else.
Yeah, but I played that with you. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
White Castle, was that another one?
I have never played White Castle.
I think that's a pretty popular one.
It is, and I think Greg loves that one.
Right.
And there's been multiple times where he's been like, hey, let's play White Castle. And anyway, it just didn't get to the table that night.
Yeah. I love that Devere makes smaller boxes, right?
Yeah.
And they jam pack the box full of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. It fits on the shelf nice.
Yeah.
And I have no shelf space. So I appreciate that about Devere.
Right. I wanted to try Covenant with like the dwarves, but it's expensive, and I don't know how well it was received.
Yeah.
Cockroach Poker, that's Devere, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it is.
Did they pick that one up?
At least it's on their website.
All right. Yeah. Fantastic game.
Fratanga was fun.
One loser and everybody else wins.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Fratanga was fun.
Fratanga, yeah.
With the frying bats.
Yeah. What a weird game.
Yeah. Did you play that?
I think I did. No,
I don't know that we ever played it as a group. I think I played it
we did.
with the family.
I think I had it for a while, but I don't know if I ever got that one played.
Savernaki Forest. Do you remember that one? We played that at Gen Con.
Yep, that was very forgettable. I remember playing that one going, that's a really okay game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Orloge is beautiful though.
It is beautiful, right?
I love the art.
And there are some cool boards in there that you have to put together.
Yeah.
Like there's
do you have to like peel off little sticky dots?
No, you don't. No, it's not.
Okay, because that's miserable.
Yeah. Batoku, that's got to be my favorite Devere.
But okay, yeah.
I love Batoku.
Clearly Batoku.
Yep. That's the winner for me. I forgot about that they did Devere.
I've only played it once.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you've played that one a lot more.
Yeah, I've got a few plays of that. I would love to play the expansion. They have a lot of games that I would like to try. I just, I haven't bought them or had a chance to try them. So
yeah. All right. Well, this was fun.
Yeah. What do we call this episode?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll come up with the title later.
The longest turn rambles for an hour and a half. Or whatever.
Yeah. It's good to record again, and it's been good to play some games. Yeah.
I've been playing Trois on BGA again.
Oh,
awesome! That game is so good.
I have not been playing a lot on BGA lately.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've noticed, but I feel like I check in.
The game took like 3 months.
Oh, it's over?
No.
Oh, it's still going.
I think.
I keep waiting for somebody to buy that last card. Isn't that the end game trigger?
It is the end game trigger. Well, why don't you buy it? It's been so long, I don't know what I'm doing in that game.
I still don't know what I'm doing in that game from the start.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can finish it right now.
Yeah.
All right. It's Mark's last turn in Concordia. So
okay. Thank goodness.
You play them too. We've been playing that game for a while.
Yeah. Whose turn is it? Mark's turn?
No, it's mine. I have been terrible.
I don't know what's going on in that game either.
I think you're winning.
No. That's
you have 3 points.
That's what. Oh, I am winning. I have 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That won't last long. All right. We've been rambling on forever. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Maybe with Tyson, maybe not.
We'll see what happens.
We'll be back sooner.
Getting the band
hopefully.
Back together.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Longest Turn Board Gaming Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode and you want more Longest Turn in your life, please check us out on Instagram. Also, be sure to check us out on Board Game Geek, where you can join our guild, Guild 3947, and check out our blog, where we post all our show notes and occasionally post more detailed reviews. If that's not enough for you, we have a Discord server. If you want to play a game with us on Board Game Arena, join our Board Game Arena group, The Longest Turn. Until next time, thanks for listening.
Tot ziens.
Goodbye.
See you later.